Hi everyone, and welcome to Tom and Harry SMMA. We are back. We are doing a video that is again 10 minutes long. Harry's going to set the timer. This video, as you've seen already, is how to launch an e-com brand successfully. People are launching them all the time, Shopify accounts and WordPress, there's all these things to sell products online. But a lot of people fuck it up. And what happens is they get everything ready, go to launch it, and it all falls apart. Yeah. So in this video, Harry, mate, we're gonna choose a shit. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. Harry, how to launch an ecom brand. What are we doing?
Yeah, I fucking love this video, mate, because I've had so many people, well, we've had so many people in the agency space and like friends of mine who have, or like friends of friends who have come to me because they know I own a marketing agency and gone, right, Harry, I've got this amount of money to spend on marketing to launch this brand.
Yeah.
And then I dive into it, and we've done this with literally clients of ours that we've had to turn away. Well, clients that we've had and clients that we've turned away. And they've said, right, we've spent 100 grand on building this product. And then it's like,
Yeah,
right, we've got a £600 a month budget. And then the worst part of it for marketing, and the worst part, that £600 a month they've got for marketing, they want to make back the 100 grand that they've invested through a tiny marketing budget. So I think step one, if you're going to launch an e-commerce brand, is make sure you've got money for what we're about to take you through. Because if you don't have the money to invest in, well, what we're going to run you through, it's just going to fall flat on its ass. You have to have money to get this fucking product out there.
Yeah, so to kick this video off, and Harry's absolutely right, it comes down to the budget that you need to run stuff. In this 10-minute video, we've got about 9 minutes left. We are going to cover some really, really key things. So you do want to stick around and listen to it, particularly all the way through to the end. Yeah. So yeah, first of all, is the budget. Yeah, mate, people, and I don't understand that, because I actually know a couple of lads like you do. One had a watch brand. The other one was selling like really nice handkerchiefs and that were bespoke, that had like messages that you could write on the handkerchief, because handkerchiefs back in the day were quite a sacred thing that people would always have up their sleeve, literally. And she thought this was a great idea, and then she pumped tons of cash into it, and it was like, I can't afford to even host like the email marketing platform.
Yeah. Actually, mate, before we go into it, I think we're actually to explain how we're actually qualified to talk about this, because there'll be people on this video who are e-commerce brand owners and whatever. So Tom and I own a mega social media marketing agency for the past 5 years, and it's been split into two segments. Obviously, we've got our lead generation side for the aesthetics clients and all that good stuff that people know about from this channel, but also there's a big proportion of our agency that works with e-commerce brands and online coaches. So and really, mate, our speciality in the e-commerce space, we've worked with some big 9-figure brands, really, mate, when we look at it. But also, we've worked with quite a few brands, mate, and done a phenomenal job in launching brand new brands, even from the design concept. So we took a brand, one of the very first clients Tom and I took on.
It was a bit of a nightmare, this brand, to be fair.
Mate, to give people background, it was a supplement brand, and we took it from literally, we worked with the clinic, and we told them to bring out a supplement. So we took it from idea to brand to launch to scale.
Yeah,
literally, we took it to a multi-6-figure brand, soon to be a 7-figure brand. So we know how to do this in the correct way. But yeah, to go back to it.
Yeah, and that's really important to tell people, because I don't want people coming on this channel thinking that we don't know what we're
we're just too fucking
we do know what we're talking about. Okay, so budget. So if we're going to launch an ecom brand, obviously let's just get things straight. We're talking about the marketing side. Launching a brand is literally like launching a rocket. The rocket's built, you're now getting it off the ground and getting it into the sky, and that is effectively taking it to the consumer, taking it to what's called market. So Harry's right. First of all, you need a budget. If you're producing an ecom brand and you haven't factored in the fact that you're going to need a budget, what people watching this, Harry, are now going, well, how much budget do I need, Tom and Harry? So we're going to come on to that right at the very end about the budget. Okay. Yeah. How long do we have on the video, mate? Just so we know.
5 and a bit minutes left.
Right. It's going to be the best 5 minutes you're ever going to fucking watch.
Yeah. Let's rattle through them.
We'll rattle through it. First of all, you need to have a solid way of growing your email list, your email asset. How on earth do you grow it when you don't have, and here's how most people do it. They say, when you go onto the website, it's actually really fucking irritating, in my view. You go onto the website, the first pop-up you get is, get 10% off your first order. And it comes straight up on the screen and you're not even ready to buy, but they're already telling you there's a discount if you give your email address. We don't like that, and I don't encourage that. So how do we grow an email list, Harry? Like, how would we do it for a client?
So we do a giveaway of like a bundle of the products, which has a high value. And to enter the giveaway, you have to enter your email address, and then that grows your email list. And then you just give away products at the end of things. So that grows pixel data, because if you're doing it from ads, you grow all of that data on your website, which you can then use for ads moving forward. You also grow an email list, which you can then market to moving forward, as well as give anyone that didn't win the contest or give away a discount code. So it's just a really nice way to grow your list. And we've grown email lists by thousands and thousands each month off an incredibly low ad spend.
Yeah.
The important
So what
part
Harry means,
you've got
sorry, just to cut in.
Yeah.
What Harry means is actually running that as an ad. So have a giveaway as an ad. So literally sponsored ad, and to a landing page where they put their email address in, and off it goes. And then they go through really weird setup. You'd set up a sequence, mate, wouldn't we?
Yeah, and then they fall into the ongoing email list moving forward. So I think having a solid budget for all of your marketing to get your brand out there is essential. I would get your email marketing set up in a way that's growing the email list and you're emailing the database moving forward consistently with really nice emails. I would also, if it's applicable for your brand, send out your products to as many micro influencers and influencers as possible to get people using it and getting some content of people using it. The biggest mistake brands have is content, because they don't have, they'll probably do a photo shoot when they first launched a product of product shots, and then a few staged pieces of photography or videography of people using it. But that only lasts a tiny amount of time. So if you can send it out to as many people as possible to get reviews on the products, get showcase people using it in imagery, that's going to be massively helpful, which leads me on to my next point. I'm just trying to speak quickly because of the time. I would schedule regular photo shoots which has photography and videography every single month. So you get seasonality photos and videos to constantly drip out on your ad creatives, your website, to keep it fresh. Like, it's so frustrating when you come in contact with an e-commerce brand that you're trying to do marketing for, and you get given a Dropbox of images they took when they first launched a brand, and that's it. And then you just have to manipulate it over and over. I was going
to say, and the other thing that goes in line with that, if you're watching this, is, like Harry's mentioned it about 3 times, is content. So you do have to have content. You have to be posting regular content. Static posts of a product up on a shelf is no good. Dead. Don't even bother. One in every 10 or 1 in every 5 to 10 posts, yes, maybe you might get away with it. You're not going to get engagement on it. You need to be posting video content all the time, UGC content, which is user generated content, like Harry's just said, and throw it out to micro influencers as much as you can. See if you can just get someone to almost review it. That's great.
Because you can send out your product to micro influencers, which literally, they don't need loads of following. You're not going to use them for your following, but you're going to use them to create content. So if you send your product out to 10 people which have 1,000 followers, they get a free product out of it if you choose the right influencer. They produce a video of them using the product, unboxing it. You can then use that as ad creatives, and that's the best ad creative you can get. You don't need to use a really expensive creative agency to do it. Obviously, you're going to get way better results, but if you're against budget, just do that. That's what we do for loads of our brands.
How long's left on the timer?
2 minutes.
Okay, so say you've got a website, you spent all this time building a website and you've got it. How on earth are you going to get people to come to the website and actually buy the product?
So you're going to have to run the content that we've just mentioned at scale across as many social media platforms as possible.
And pay for ads. It's really ads.
Pay for ads,
ads is the next step to this. So you're going to have to run paid ads. You're going to have to. That requires a budget. Now, it's not all about Meta. Instagram and Facebook are strong platforms if you do them right. But there is also TikTok. If you've got an e-com brand in the UK and you're not advertising on TikTok, then that's a major mistake. So I would say, actually, get some really great video ads done, run them on TikTok. You're likely to get a much better ROAS, which is return on ad spend, when you're advertising on TikTok, because there's less competition to advertise on the platform.
Yeah, right. There's like literally 50 seconds left. But to answer the budget question, to advertise on TikTok, you need at least $20 a day. Facebook and Instagram, you can have any budget, but really to get an e-commerce brand off the ground, initially you're going to need an absolute minimum of like 1,500 quid on Meta and probably 1,000 on TikTok. But really, with all of these, you get out what you put in. Like if you're not gonna spend £1,000 on Meta or £1,000 on TikTok, and you have $1 million brand, you're gonna have to scale that ad spend up appropriately.
I think 2.5K a month ad spend is absolutely minimum that you're going to need.
Yeah.
And people are going to be now falling off their chair, but this is what it takes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's 10 minutes, mate. But one final tip is, if you've got an e-commerce brand and you're on TikTok, go live on TikTok as many times as possible, and get your products on the TikTok shop, and do live a TikTok live on you packing orders. And we do that with so many different e-commerce brands we work with, where they go live, they pack orders based off of the questions they're getting, and make it really interactive. And it's the best way to grow an e-commerce brand on TikTok for free.
Yeah, there we go. And
Cool.
there's a whole bunch of other stuff we could have gone into there, but keeps this video short and sweet, mate. And those who are launching it, don't make the mistake of getting everything looking nice and then not having the ability to throw it out to people. It's just a huge, huge error.
Yeah. And if you're a marketing agency that runs e-commerce ads, or you work with e-commerce brands, or you're an actual e-commerce brand looking at this video, looking for a marketing agency, either of those two options, message me on Instagram, Harry_SMMA, and I can just give you as much advice as you need.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. People, if you're watching this, please comment. Please keep it positive. We have a few people who try and pump their chest a bit, don't they, and think they're really fucking fancy and leave stupid comments. So either way, leave a comment if you watch all the video. Please like, subscribe, share it, save it, whatever the fuck you want to do with it. If you're listening on Apple Music, thank you. And we're back posting every single day now with some unbelievable content. And I genuinely do believe we are the only channel worth watching. What do you say? I
said apart from Saturdays, we don't post on Saturdays.
No, we have a live stream.
Because no one fucking watches videos on Saturdays. That's what we found. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.